1. Knowing where to position the reel into the machine. 2. Understand exactly how the relief mechanism works. 3. Know how to read the gauge. And 4. Find the correct spin speed. You can clamp it in with 2 front clamps. 1 clamp is for the rear roller. Next, change the stones back to the spin stone and put the relief assembly in the spin position. Now you're ready to properly align the reel so that you remove any taper that has developed through use. Align from the front as well as the bottom of the reel. This is the front alignment bracket for the gauge, and it is positioned on the 2 studs that you see on the base of the carriage. Attach the gauge to the bracket. Always start alignment on the left side of the machine. Push the digital gauge to the center shaft of the reel and set the gauge to 0. Bring the gauge to the right-hand side and take the gauge reading. For example, if the gauge reads 50 thousandths, you will adjust the hand wheel until you reach the negative of 50 plus half that amount, an additional 25 thousandths. There is no need to be exact, as you are simply overcompensating to speed up the process. Go back to the left side and reset to 0, and then come back to the right for a second reading. The gauge is at 9 thousandths. Simply make a horizontal adjustment until the gauge reads negative 9 thousandths. Whenever you get below 10 thousandths, go to the opposite of the number and pull the gauge off. There should be no reason for a third reading, as you should find that you are within 2 to 3 thousandths, well within manufacturer specs. Now, mount the gauge on the carriage and align from the bottom of the reel. Again, start from the left, setting the gauge to 0, and follow the same reading procedures as described for gauging the front of the reel. By overcompensating for larger numbers when the reel is out of alignment, the process will go much quicker. And once you know how to read the gauge, it will rarely take more than 2 passes on either plane for proper alignment. Next, lock the handles where you made your adjustments. Now you can connect the spin drive coupler. Note that the spin drive is on a scissor jack that is easily adjusted to line up with the reel shaft.